EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll have Matt Ryan calling the shots, the former MVP and third overall pick.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now.
Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Derrick Henry, 84 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, out of Eastern Illinois.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jay Ajayi with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
What's that in? What's that in? That is right. That is right. Hey.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Jaleel Johnson with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. The numbers for Howard a week ago, 3 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses have better focus on.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here we go. 180. 59. You.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line.
It all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here.
Jose, are you still in the chat? Or did you just wake up, comment and dip, go back to sleep? That's cool too. Oh yeah, hell yeah, brother. It says there's only one person watching. I don't know if it, because I have it up on mine, so I don't know if it includes me or not. Usually it does, I think. But, so I don't even know how many people are actually watching. I think it's just you. Let's get it. My running back just came back. Last week. Oh, he's on IR. Fuck, I forgot to take him off. Not that one. Different one.
This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
So if you make a little run in the playoffs, we'll be back for at least a Super Bowl.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Derrick Henry. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
The Jets may be in the playoff spot. I don't even know who's in their division. Dolphins, Patriots. Who's the Jets? No one's in that division.
Ready, we're ready. 125. 54. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
A first down carry for Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Stats and all that morale and everything, but hey,
the last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Ryan. Completes it to Aguilar. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Ready, blue 80. Back 25.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Aguilar has it.
Let's go, Bucks.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Ryan. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Brandon Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And then doink extra point.
Out comes the offense onto the field once more, led by O.J. Howard. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now they try the right side here. Space to maneuver at the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Just running back and forth. He's pissed.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll try the right side with Collins. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Yeah, boy, Howard's going to be a problem in a few years, man.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18.
Here we go. Ready? 21. Any weapon. Check. Slant. 12, fellas, here we go.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Scoop. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
11.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Short boot, taken at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New York set to take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into something?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Ryan. And he's going to go down again. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Ryan. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he finds Howard complete. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Here we go.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch the shit. White.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
Now they try the right side here. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. O.J. Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down now, it's Henry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Taken in at the 22. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Play action. Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Danny Trevathan coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. Back now in Baltimore as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Ryan. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Draw play. This is Henry. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Here we go.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 21.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
2nd and goal from the 1. Again, the first man through, Gillespie, the fullback. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. taking it in from 2 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner, and he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Now Garoppolo will lead his guys up to go for the two-point try. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd and 9, Ryan, that one complete. He finds Shark. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ryan. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Complete, it's Henry. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now Ryan. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Vita Vea. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. 180. Cut.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the slant.
Garoppolo looking to throw. That's going to be caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop him. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before